Landman wants you to know that in 2025, working as a petroleum landman will push you toward booze. Even if your liver is pleading with you to give up the Michelob Ultra permanently, like Tommy Norris, Billy Bob Thornton, who seems even more inebriated this season. Reiterating a remark from the season 1 finale, Norris tells no one, "I'm definitely gonna have to start drinking again," as he tries once more to escape the whirlwind of job and family conflict that engulf him, not to mention the Anthony Garcia-led cartel looming in the background. However, despite the title of the episode, Death and a Sunset, reverts to, well, if last season's bow was more there will be blood than conference room deal-making. Did Cammy goes for the kill? What's being discussed? First, on his deathbed, John Hamm, Monty Miller, officially named our landman Tommy as president of MTEX Oil, making him more than simply a landman. We'll give co-creator and episode writer Taylor Sheridan a pass on this one and assume that Paramount didn't want to cut a product placement deal with Big Tobacco on a show that's already about big oil. The main problem, which Tommy only resolves after paying a busboy to fetch him cigarettes at dawn, apparently he'll smoke anything but menthol or those little skinny ones, doesn't seem consistent with the character's single-mindedness. How to allay the concerns of MTEX Oil's business associates in view of Monty's tragic passing. Demi Moore's Cammy Miller, Monty's wife, acquired complete ownership of the business after his passing. Naturally, all the drama takes place at a posh hotel in West Texas. When asked about his preferences, one of these doubtful MTEX Oil partners orders a double whiskey and tells the waitress, "I couldn't care less, honey." It appears that he is just as blind to vices as Tommy. It's not necessary for Landman to be entirely realistic, but who wants to work with a man who will spend $30 for inferior moonshine? In any case, they should all shut up because Moore is not a trophy wife, unlike Cammy. To breathtaking effect, neither the character nor the actress allow us to forget it. After reapplying lipstick with a barely perceptible wink to the, Cammy takes the stage at the company luncheon to demonstrate to everyone what true corporate cold-bloodedness looks like after Substance's iconic makeup smearing breakdown incident and being ridiculed by two younger, naive, snotty oil biz groupies in the restroom. She invites the audience to savor their lunch, which I bought with your money, after threatening to steamroll her rivals while profiting from the recent oil boom. I need a Wall Street relaunch starring Moore, so please get in touch with Oliver Stone right once. She could have just as easily destroyed the S&P 500 with the heel of her Louboutin. Sheridan deserves praise for creating a female character who is at least as brutal as any of the male characters. Did Ainsley's college cheerleading gets $2,800 Casio e Pepe? Apart from that, Tommy's constantly busy home life is what makes this episode the most enjoyable. Ainsley visits her new institution of choice, Texas Christian University. It appears that she abandoned her first choice, Texas Tech University, as soon as she realized it was tarnished by her skinny brother Cooper's presence, Jacob Laughlin. She doesn't take long to startle an admissions officer by arguing for the eugenics of football players and cheerleaders, but she already has priority acceptance because of her cheerleading, so she gets to keep the purple pom-poms. Cooper strikes his own oil. However, Tommy's only topic of conversation is the wonky hormones caused by Angela's period, which exacerbates those hormones until the entire dinner culminates in Mom hurling plates against the wall. Cooper's fiancée Ariana, Paulina Chavez, seemed strangely unconcerned about the news that he has hit oil and will make $10 million annually, but he will have to wait to discuss this with Dad. Having said that, if I were to take my crying infant to an oil drilling site, I would most likely be distracted as well. Sam Elliott enters as one summabitch. Tommy and Angela end up making out and almost having sex on the floor before he gets a call, so perhaps the menstruation-negging was all part of the plan. Angela protests, someone better have died to stop this action. Indeed, someone did, Tommy's mother Dorothy, who also happens to be Tommy's father TL's wife. Up until today, we were unaware of either of them. It's better late than never, as 81-year-old mustache icon and acting veteran Sam Elliott appears as TL in a different scenario. When a retirement community assistant abruptly interrupts TL's devoted sunset gazing and informs him of his wife's passing, he launches into an expletive-filled, emphatic diatribe. Clearly, the apple, or the, we're eager to see what Elliott does with summabitch, which doesn't fall far from the tree. For the time being, though, we'll focus on this utterly Taylor Sheridan-like revelation from TL which may encapsulate this entire incredibly endearing neo-Western drama series. I advise you to find a way to pass away quickly. Notes from the patch. We stopped referring to it as the patch when. What became of the attractive women that served oil workers in various capacities at the Babes and Brew coffee station? I long for them. Although he doesn't show up in this episode, it's highly likely that Galeno, the cartel leader of Andy Garcia, will soon reappear as a significant figure, either as Tommy's ally or adversary. The Dickies logo is sporadically displayed outside the hotel where the luncheon is held, but no cigarette brand is mentioned. Founded in Fort Worth, the iconic workwear company seems deserving of sponsorship funds from Paramount. Matriarch Angela Norris, always hilariously tongue-in-cheek Ollie Larder, prepares a sumptuous dinner for the entire family.